So I think we have kind of a vantage point on some of the more progressive approaches to resilience. And specifically, what I mean by that is the ability to help organizations recover and restore more than just their data, but the full application and infrastructure stack, as well as state associated with this. Now, where that started was born in some of the work that we were doing around kind of cloud cyber resilience. In a world where everything is code, like cloud native applications, um, you could do some really powerful things that are harder to do in kind of maybe a traditionally packaged application world. And so we have the ability to spin up full application and infrastructure kind of stacks along with the data and state. Now, I think with this vantage point, one of the things that we've started to see is then now the next layer of complexity, which is an AI stack, is pretty sophisticated. There are some things
Yep.
that you might not see even in a cloud native stack that has, VPCs and serverless compute and, whatever the data store is or what have you. And so an AI stack includes not only different data structures, so you have your vector databases and embeddings and things like that, but as you go across other portions of the stack, you now have agents. Agents can come from kind of maybe more centrally governed and kind of constructs like, let's say, like Azure Foundry, where an enterprise is implementing something, they know that agents will be kind of driven by this. But then you have a lot of agents that are starting to run on end users' desktops. Think like a Claude Cowork or something like that. So one, you have now a richer set of agents and where they live and how centralized their management is. You have the skills and the tools that they're using. And then the way that they access data, it's not, in an application construct, usually it's against a specific like data store that application is using. Well, now these agents can span multiple data stores. And so
Right.
the dependencies across that, the tiers of different kind of layers across that, the data associated with it, and then the state, that's a really sophisticated set of dependencies to keep track of. So we've extended our ability to recover kind of cloud native application infrastructure, state, data to the AI stack as well. And I think that's frankly a really exciting place, kind of direction that I've started to see. And mainly because it's like a much more sophisticated landscape. And so, yeah, to have this kind of full AI stack recovery, I think it's a pretty exciting frontier for that we're helping a lot of our customers with.
Yeah, and this is a fantastic time for a commercial. And you're like, wait a minute, this is already paid for by us. How could it be another commercial? I'm going to put my own commercial in, which is how many decades, Tim? I mean, I say decades. It's at least been 10 or 15 years that we've been chatting with clients about understanding intercommunication, app tiering, and there were those who did that work early on, well before AI was a kernel in anybody's eye, right? And some did it and some did not. And then you fast forward another 5 years, another 5 years, and having the same conversation. I almost feel, and I know this is controversial, that we're maybe at a point with AI where those who have proverbially dragged their feet on keeping a fresh, interconnected app and tiered view, right, of the enterprise are going to have to do it now if they want this coherent recovery that you're talking about and understand end to end how you have to reconstitute the enterprise. But there's a benefit to that because now we actually have AI and agents to help discover that complexity, right? Because all of the tools that have existed are usually very heavy lift, and they took almost OTE individuals just to keep them up to date. So I'm curious, do you think maybe one of the benefits of the many we're going to get with AI is this, that it'll help this kind of coherency view because you can actually use AI to build that mapping, that dependency mapping and overall enterprise map?